Yo, what's good, man? This is MBS Central, MBS Uncensored. I'm your host, Keo, man. And oh, man, I got two special guests tonight. Uh, Leading up to their battle, uh, coming up this month, man. I got the first off, I got the homie Noxx. What's going on?
Dirty shit. What's good, guys?
And
Fucking
then right on the bottom, we got the homie JR. What's up?
EGL shit, Jersey shit was good.
So man, you know why we here. This is the face off, man, between Noxx and JR. We got this battle coming up, man. First off, man, how looking forward are you guys when it comes to this battle? Let's start off with Noxx.
this is probably the most motivated I've been for a battle since Lou Castro.
Wow, okay. What is it with JR that motivates you when it comes to this battle?
I mean, just look at the factors here. I can't lose to JR.
Wow.
You could though. You're gonna. I see what you mean.
I can't lose to JR. You understand? And I'll say it here live right now. I can't lose to him. It's not a choice. You understand? It's not a choice. And if anybody who watches Battle Rap or watches us or an iBattle knows that I can't lose to JR.
Okay, and JR, how excited are you looking forward to this battle?
I'm pretty excited because I know I'm probably gonna whoop his ass and then get a good big name after. So I'm very excited for that. That's a plus. I'm excited.
He sounds just like me. It's the flash. I'm getting flashbacks. He sounds just like me I remember when I was put against homeschool and I said the same thing. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna 30 him. Little did I know though, it's all right.
I think the difference is I'm not you though. Like if I was you and that was homeschool, this shit would have been way different.
Yeah, you're worse than me. You're 0-3 in your first 3 battles. I wasn't.
Well, I mean, that's definitely not true. I got a judged win. So
I was
that's definitely not true. Me and Appa is a debatable classic, which is debatably better than anything you've done in the past year or so.
Lou Castro, Death the Kid.
Mello choked against me. Mello choked against me, and then I got a judged win over motherfucking King Yoshimitsu. So I don't know what the fuck we doing with that information.
You lost to Mello, you lost to Appa, you lost to Yoshimitsu.
Debatable. How did I lose? But I got a judged win. My power rankings don't say I'll lose. My power rankings don't say I'm lose. You sound mad.
He's 0-3. All right.
So really quick, I want to ask you guys this question. From people that I know that I rock with in this culture, from media to fans to public figures, a lot of people wanted to see this battle for quite some time. Why do you think people want to see this battle between JR and Noxx? Let's start with JR.
Because we're two young white kids that rap pretty decently, but the fact is I rap better, and I'm gonna show that. Everything that Noxx does, I could do 10 times better. I feel like I learn.
Oh my god,
he does. My trajectory is gonna be way better than it is. If I was Noxx in the time that I had been here, right now I wouldn't be battling a motherfucker like me. I would be somewhere doing some crazy shit. Instead, now he gotta get his ass whooped by me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So to answer your question, why wouldn't you want to see this battle? Why wouldn't you want to see this? We're both 18. Mm-hmm. We're both white. Mm-hmm. We both rap. And we also like to punch a lot. So when you mix all those together, why wouldn't you want to see it? Not just that, is the narrative is the new Noxx narrative thing. Ever since he came in, the comparisons were made. They're going to be made. I get it. And that's why this battle's happening. This is going to do numbers. People are going to want to watch this. It's going to be a clash. We're both going to rap. We're both going to rap aggressively. It's going to be entertaining. There's so many reasons why this battle has to happen. And he was saying, if I was at his point, I wouldn't be battling someone like me. Well, I want to battle somebody like him because I didn't have to take this. I could have battled the bigger name. I didn't have to, but I want to battle JR because I know that's going to help his career. And it could even help mine. So,
So I'm pretty sure the battle has been approached to you guys before. So with Nox, what made you wanted to take this battle now?
Because I mean, I didn't want to actually take this now. I wanted JR to get a couple more battles, and then I wanted the build up to be longer. But I see why Lex is doing it. He's doing it because he doesn't want to waste any time. He wants to get straight in the action. People want to see JR Nox. All right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? That's why this is happening. So I get it, but I think he should have had a couple more battles because I'm going to show people that this is too early. This is too early, and I'm not saying he's not going to do great because he'll do great. He has to. He has to do great. He knows that too. But the thing is that I just think it's too early for him. Honestly, I don't think he's ready yet, but he's good and he's going to do good.
So Jr. Do you think you're ready now? Do you think this is the right time to go against Nox?
I think this is the perfect time because I've been doing nothing but killing it. I'm just going upwards. I got a bunch of crazy shit in the works. I've been going crazy on iBattle, and I feel like Nox is just like he was at a point where it was like that, and I feel like he's just kind of losing steam and going a little downhill with it. So I feel like a lot of people want to watch this shit, but I also feel like kind of meet in the middle at that point. I'm going up. I feel like he's going down, in my opinion.
I just beat Jack Tripper, a cult legend.
Yeah, and my performance on there, watched your performance on there. What are we talking about?
But it didn't.
On that card.
But it didn't because you battled
100%.
Yoshimitsu and debatably. You battled Yoshimitsu and had a debatable. I battled Jack Tripper and won.
I don't care. You were both like really mid. Like you were really mid and Jack choked. Like
you haven't been the same since your first battle. Your first performance.
Exactly. I only got better
since.
Exactly.
You've been worse. You've been worse every.
I had one of the greatest iBattle debuts ever.
You had your
and I got a judge to win.
You had your opera performance. It was great. You battled Mello. You stunk. You battled Mello. Stunk. Got destroyed. You lost to a 50% Mello. You lost to a 50% Mello who choked and still beat you. He choked and still beat you. Then you battled Yoshimitsu, and I think you lost and had a debatable while I battled.
That's the thing. I got to judge from you. My power
you battled Yoshimitsu on a card that I battled Jack Tripper. I beat Jack Tripper, and you had a debatable with Yoshimitsu. So how does that make sense? How did you do? I don't understand this. This is why.
Your man's choked like 3 times throughout your battle. I watched you. I watched you on that card. I've
never choked once in my
Amazing.
career.
My third round on that card is more talked about than anything you've been doing.
No, it's not. No one talked about it. I think your Facebook post got like 14
Everybody
likes.
Loves that shit.
I think it got
Everybody
like 14
loves that
likes.
shit.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna do that shit again
talked
too.
About it.
So really quick, I started to cut you off. So JR, including your spaces battles and what you've done with the live battles, do you think Nox is your toughest challenge of your battle rap career?
No, I feel like King Yoshimitsu was tougher to break through. Man, this is extra.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Like, if we talking numbers, yeah, he's like the biggest person I battle against, but like the toughest, nah. Like I feel like writing for King Yoshimitsu way tougher. I feel like someone against his like that stature, both a different type of hunger. Nah, writing for Nox has been. I just finished another round today. Like I'm right there. This shit been easy as fuck. Everybody been wanting to see this battle. I've been ready to prepare for this shit. I've been ready for this shit.
What I like to hear, honestly, it's what I want to hear out of him. To be honest, so I can't really say anything.
So Nox, you also did go against CJ and Homeschool. What is there anything that JR does different compared to those two that you've been up against?
Like, I don't understand what type of. That's a hard question to answer because every battler is so different that you can't really. It's hard to compare, really. And I can't compare JR against CJA or Homeschool. These are longtime vets and who like Homeschool and I battle legend CJA. Look what he's doing right now. So I mean, I can't really make that comparison. But if you're asking like, is there anything JR does that I haven't seen? And the answer would be there is one thing that JR does that I haven't seen. And that's the same thing that I have. And it's the young kid mentality. It's the high school mentality. No one else has that I battle. He's got the young kid confidence, the same confidence that I have. And the same confidence that I had when exactly where I was in his place talking shit to homeschool saying I was going to 30 him. I was doing the same thing he was. He has that. And I haven't battled someone like that yet. I haven't battled an 18-year-old. I haven't battled somebody as hungry as JR yet. That's what he has. But I have the same thing. So, I mean, you know.
I'll fuck with that.
Okay, and JR. So going into this battle right now, from what we've seen from, your contemporaries from iBattle and the rest of the culture, do you feel like going into this battle you are an underdog?
I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like that's a little hard to answer because I feel like there's like a section of people that they really want Noxx to win and they think they're gonna win, but I've also heard a lot of people that do straight up think that I'm gonna win. So I haven't heard from too many people, but I would assume going into it I'm supposed to be the underdog, but I don't feel like it. Like I'm just ready to get this W.
Oh wow. And Nox, you also said that you can't lose this battle. You're going against JR, I Battle League. Do you feel any pressure on you at all?
Yes. There's a lot more pressure on me than there is for JR this battle. And some people could say, oh, how could you say that? He's getting a big opportunity to shine right now. But no, the pressure's on me this battle. The pressure's on me. Right now I'm at a spot where I'm reaching the top of iBattle faster than anybody. I'm on a run right now. I hold a certain spot, and JR is coming to take that. So it's up to me to hold my position, and I can't let him take that. Simple as that.
So when you say top spot, you're saying are you the top guy in iBattle right now?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying out of the up and comers, the new guys,
okay,
I'm at the top of the class, which I am, numbers wise, just everything in general. I mean, plates, battle quality, performances, everything. Classics. I made countless classics. I can go down the list.
Now
I have 10 battles on a long resume already, and I've been doing this for a year and a half.
Now, JR, do you feel like there's any pressure on you going into this battle?
I mean, like, yeah, like, this is the biggest opportunity I've had so far and shit, especially, like, iBattle-wise. Like, how I do really matters, and I feel like it's almost not as much of I have to beat them as I just have to show I could be up there with them type thing. But I'm also like in the mind state, as you said, I'm hungry as fuck. Like I want to win every fucking battle. I go into every fucking battle like I'm trying to kill this shit. Like it's life or death. Like I have to clear this motherfucker. Like that's how I go into this shit.
And I go in the same way. That's why I love this battle. It's the same thing. That's why I love this battle. He knows it. It's how it is. You know. It's.
Mm-hmm. And a birdie told me that Noxx was not. How do I word this? They said that you yourself have not been as happy with how your past couple battles have gone, and that you're gonna basically try and take that shit out on me. Is basically what I've heard. Which I kind of expected. I kind of hoped for. If this shit, the best case scenario, this shit's a classic. It drops instantly. I'm cool with that. If I could bring the best Noxx ever, then I'll be happy with that.
You're going to get the best Noxx ever.
That's fire. It better be the best Noxx ever. It has to be the best Noxx ever.
Listen, here's the thing.
Because I'm going crazy.
JR puts me in a lot of situations. The situation one is that he's claimed the new Noxx. That alone I can't lose. Second thing, he's 18. We're both seniors.
Mm-hmm.
That alone I can't lose.
You're doing my finals if I beat you out.
You see what I'm saying? There's a lot there's a lot of things that go into this, and that's why he's getting the best Noxx ever. And it's not, this is the most comfortable I've ever felt with material. Just the way I'm rapping it, the way it's flowing, everything is perfect. It feels perfect. And that's why you're gonna get the best Noxx ever. And I'm not gonna say that I've been disappointed with my last performances. I thought I've been doing amazing. Every performance I give it 100%. I never choke, never stumble, and I always come with original material every bar. Every bar is original. You haven't heard it. But what I'm gonna do this battle is just fix up every mistake that I've made these past 3 battles, these past recent battles. Any mistake that I've made, any crowd reaction that I maybe could have gotten there if I did this, I'm doing that. So.
No, it's facts. I fuck with that. His shit's definitely original though. Like I've never heard anybody go like let a knife go off. Like that shit is. I fuck with that. Like that's some innovative shit.
So how long ago was this battle booked? Like,
what was it, like a week or 2 after Titan 8?
Yeah, like pretty recent.
Yeah, like I remember I was heading out. We battled on the same card. Our last 2 on iBattle. I went to that, put him up to leave. I talked to Lex. I'm like, so you like that shit? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, you know, if you want to book me and Noxx right now, if you think it's time, just you know where to hit me. And that's what happened. So
oh wow.
Yeah.
And Noxx, how was this battle presented to you?
He basically, Lex came to me and said, do you think it's time that this JR battle should happen? Because we both knew that it was going to happen. Everybody knew that. It was just dependent on when. So he just came to me and said, do you think it's time? And I said that I didn't think it was time. But, you know, if Lex brings me a battle, I'm taking it because I trust everything Lex presents to me. And I didn't have to take this, though. I could have easily declined this battle. He told me I could. And I could have declined this. I could have gotten a bigger name, but I didn't want to do that. I think it's time that I step foot in this part of town.
You know, in my opinion, obviously I'm a big fan of both of you guys. Obviously I want it to be a classic battle, I hope it is. If it ends up being a classic battle, debatable, maybe a preference type of battle, would you guys be open for a rematch?
No.
I don't think there's a reason for a rematch.
No.
Wow, really?
There's no reason for that.
No,
maybe in like
maybe
when we become dads or something. Like when we become battle rap dads, then we can have the rematch. Because we're both in our senior year of high school. Like I feel like this is like perfectly timed marketing wise. I feel like it's perfectly timed. We gotta wait till we have kids for the rematch.
The battle,
Okay.
The battle has to happen first too. Before I can.
Yeah.
If it's that crazy of a battle, then who knows? Me and Death, I think, should have a rematch one day. So who knows? Maybe me and JR should have a rematch.
Maybe we could work out the 2-on-2, like some
or 2-on-2. I would do a 2-on. I feel like that would be pretty legendary.
I feel like people would just want to see that.
Yeah,
2-on-2. I like that.
I'm down
with
that.
Do that. Cause I know I'm gonna get the best JR ever here, and he's gonna get the best Noxx. So. It should
I really hope so, man. I really hope.
It should be a classic.
One thing that I do notice in like a lot of these face-offs that I've seen in the spaces, I do think differently on here. They let people go at it, but I kind of like wanted to ask you guys the questions during this face-off, and it seems, and from what I see, that you guys definitely do respect each other's craft, and despite the back and forth. So that's one positive thing that I do see in this. So with that being said, with both of you guys, you guys are finishing up school. What's the preparation like for both of you guys? Finishing school, you got this huge battle coming up. So how you guys separate the two?
What, like school life and battle life?
Yeah, just leading up into this huge battle between you guys.
I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. My school was bummy as fuck. I have plenty of time to write. Like it's actually
Yeah,
unreasonable.
it's senior year. It's like it's pretty much a joke.
Yeah, no, like I don't learn shit, and I think I'm at a point where like not many of these classes really matter. That's a deep ass conversation though. School is really fucked up. And this shit is ass.
It is.
But yeah, so I don't really like. I kind of just like I don't even dedicate like a certain amount of time to writing for rounds half the time. Like I just wait till shit hits me, and then I just get in like a pocket of just writing for like a certain amount of time, and then I just wait again. Like I don't have like a certain method half the time.
Yeah, me. School's not. It's really not difficult right now. It's senior year. It's a joke, but so I have a lot of time. I also work, but I still have a lot of time to write for him. I dedicate time too for writing. I don't wait till things hit me. I like to get myself in the right mindset and really start writing and formulating material. So I've just been doing that every night, and he's gonna get the best of me.
Better
Okay.
be. Don't need it.
So I seen a lot of people use this analogy a lot. From they used it on New Jersey Twerk. They used it on who else? They even use it on Sue Serves and the Daylights. They say that you're as good as your last battle. So with Noxx, are you writing from what you've seen from JR lately, or from the whole body of work? And that goes for the same thing to you, JR.
The whole body of work. You never write for somebody off their last battle. That's not enough. That's not enough of a sample size. You can't. You have to write off somebody's body of work, because if somebody can be amazing one time and maybe not so good another time, they could still be amazing. Who knows? So you have to always write expecting the best of your opponent every single time. So I think JR's performance against Appa was his best performance. I'm writing for him to be better than that. I'm writing for a JR that's better than that performance. I'm writing for the best it could possibly get.
And JR?
Every battle I'm writing for God. Like you need to be God to beat me in my writing process. Like I'm going for the kill. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, and it's like, and I take everything into account. Like, I've seen his highs, I've seen his lows. He's had a lot of shit. And I'm just like, that shit's kind of mid. I don't know why that shit got reaction to, but I hear a lot of shit where it makes me want to rap. It really makes me want to be like, okay, I want to go up there and get him the fuck out of there now, because I know he could say some crazy shit. I want that spot now. You know what I'm saying? Like when he battled Lou Castro, I thought he had a lot of shit that just, it wasn't it for me. But when he gets in the pockets, when he had that, what's a stabby stab to it? That shit was fucking crazy. That was one of my favorite bars of the fucking year. I'm not even gonna hold you. That shit was crazy. That's one of them ones that made me really want to be like, okay, maybe I do want to battle him, because everybody was like, you need to battle him, and I'm like, y'all, you just want to see it because we young and white. That's how I feel. But then I hear certain shit from him. I'm like, okay, I want to bring the best out of him for that. I want to hear 10 of those shits in one round against me, because he knows he gonna need it, and he knows I'm hungry enough where I'm gonna have the same type shit back at him.
Now, Noxx, that Lou Castro battle, that stabby stab bar, man. Can we expect something crazy like that when you battle JR?
I just don't want to give away too much.
No, it's okay.
And I really don't. I'm trying to give away the least that I can, because I don't want people to predict anything that I'm going to say to him. But what people can expect is 3 rounds of just haymakers. I don't waste a line in here. I don't waste a line. I made it my #1 goal to make sure everything makes sense. Every setup correlates to the punch. Every setup, every word choice of vocabulary, everything is perfect. The way everything rhymes. I made sure to patch up everything. And not just that, my pen is on fire. This is the easiest battle I've had to write for. Not off of his talent, just off of how these bars are. They're just flowing. Everything's coming to me. Everything's going in the right place for me, and that's why it's not going to be good for him, because this is just the easiest time that I've had, and that's not good. I'm going to have these rounds ready weeks before, memorized weeks before. This is going to be religious, and when I rap this to him, he's never stood in front of something like this yet. He hasn't. All of his opponents, none of them are going to say even close to what's going to be in my material. He knows that. He knows he hasn't battled somebody like me yet. He's battling his final form. You understand? He's battling his final form already.
Wow.
Already.
JR, what you got to say about that?
He met the final boss. It was just so fast. It was too quick. But it's all right.
Speaking of speed, I'm a speed runner. You see how quick I got to these bosses? Don't that mean something, Keo? Don't that mean something? You see how fast I get up there? If I scared Noxx into fixing his fucking setups, I'm the GOAT, bro. You see how I make him work for this shit? Aren't I supposed to work for this shit? I make them switch up for me. I'm gonna, bro, come on. That's one thing you'll never be able to take away from me. I make these motherfuckers rap. I make motherfuckers be the best
JR,
themselves.
You have to remember, I'm a student of this shit. I study this. You think I don't know what my flaws are? You don't think that I don't know these things?
Well, I would have hoped that you would fix them sooner. But if you fix them for me, good enough. Good enough.
You think your Facebook compilation really was the first time I ever thought about seriously?
You should have fucking fixed it faster, but I got part 2 waiting. I don't know if I'm gonna drop that before or after.
JR, really quick, I got a question for you. So this month you also have a battle with Soda on an EFM card.
Yes, sir.
Do you think it's a good idea for you to take 2 battles like this?
Yes.
During this time of the month.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's a terrible idea.
It's an amazing idea because I'm making the same day for Soda when it's free money.
He's stupid. He's not making any money off either.
It's an amazing idea.
He's not making.
No, not off you. Off the Soda shit.
He's not getting paid for jack shit. Nobody wants to watch JR.
No, I'm getting paid though. How does nobody want to get? How does nobody?
This guy's a dweeb. This guy's a.
Me versus Oppa got more views than like all them other battles that dropped around that time. That doesn't even make sense.
I don't care. It didn't.
Our views surpassed you and CJA.
I don't think.
And we haven't been out for like a month shorter or something.
You haven't gotten 25K views on a battle.
I said you versus CJA.
All right. Well, you haven't gotten.
Don't switch the topic.
I'm just saying you haven't gotten 25K views on a battle. I have.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I battled Luke Castro or some shit, I'd hope to get that many views.
But see, you're not good enough, JR. That's what it comes down to. You're not good enough. You suck.
If you give me Luke Castro, then yeah, I'm gonna have like 20-something thousand.
And that's the thing. What it comes down to here is this isn't gonna be good for him because he's gonna perform, but he's gonna get thrown to the shelf after this. He's gonna get thrown a little bit behind. You're gonna notice JR kind of falls back. They're like, what happened to JR? You hear? No, he's fucking dead.
I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. I got something lined up literally the month after this shit. That's like even bigger than this somehow.
This is a 30. This is a 30. This is a if he wins a round, if he wins a round, I'll personally ground myself. Like my parents don't have to ground me. Like I'll ground myself. You understand? I won't leave for months. I will not leave this house. I will never leave if this motherfucker beats me. I'm never gonna show my face again.
I'm not trying to make you depressed.
I'm gonna.
You can still go outside.
This motherfucker, he's gonna die. Bad.
Noxx, question
I'm
for
not even
you.
gonna hold you, bro. If somehow that becomes true, I'm still got this bigger shit that's happening the month after.
No, you don't.
I promise you. You want it? I could DM you what it is.
Noxx, I got a question for you. So let's say you do end up beating JR in this battle. Can we see you potentially gunning after the rest of the EGL members like an Appa?
No.
You don't want to go Appa.
I don't want to battle any of the EGL members.
Because we'll fuck you up.
They're not good. Besides CJA, they're not good.
Appa will beat
Wow, really?
Appa will beat your ass.
I know. Appa.
How did Appa get on King of the Dot before
Appa.
you?
I like Appa. Appa and all right. So maybe they are decent. They're all right. They're all right. They're a bunch of kids though. These kids suck. I'm sorry. Get these motherfuckers EGL. Like, what the fuck is this, dude? Appa's good. JR's good.
How did Appa get on King of the Dot before you?
I don't give a fuck.
You should.
I don't
really
care. Why do I care that Appa got on King of the Dot before me?
Because that means something. Because that means that we are elevating faster than you. You've been
but
here
you're
for like
not.
2
No
years.
One talks about.
And
no one talks
all
about
you have to show for it is like
Young God Swag. I think has choked like his past every battle.
All right, that's one.
Appa's been doing good, but hasn't elevated. You've been doing good, but hasn't.
How's he not elevated and he's on King of the Dot? That doesn't even make sense.
You and Appa haven't gotten better.
People that matter more than you think he's elevated.
You and Appa's battle hasn't. You guys haven't gotten better since that battle. Both of you.
We definitely have a lot.
No, you haven't. You guys got
plenty
worse.
People think we have.
You guys came up with less
new
haymakers.
Shit in my battles.
You guys managed to come up with less haymakers after having such a great battle. You can't think of them anymore. What happened?
Nah.
You know what happened?
Nah.
It was like, all right, nice, amazing. These guys are great. What now? I mean, they're all right now.
Nah.
They're good. They're cool.
So you guys gonna be finished with school soon. After you guys obviously gonna have your battle this month. Can we expect you guys to battle more in the summer?
Yeah.
As far as my schedule is going right now, it's looking like it. I really wanted to take a break, but I can't let my fucking foot off the gas, man. It's just nothing but up and up and up, as I said before. Like, as soon as this shit's done, got something even bigger happening after. After that, just more big shit coming my way, positive necessary. Like, it's just nothing but crazy shit. Like, I am on the rise. Like, when it's all said and done, I'm going to be someone to be scared of at the end of the day.
No, he's not. He's horrible.
Motherfuckers is already scared.
He's horrible.
Best Noxx ever. Because you know why? Because he knows he needs that shit.
This guy
needs that shit.
Yeah.
It better be the
Get
best
me another
Noxx
face-off.
ever fucking
can I
seen.
have a face-off with another battler?
If he let the knife go off this battle, I'm going to be really fucking
Give
mad.
me someone else. I want to have another face-off, but with someone I'm not battling. Just give me someone.
So Noxx, how many times can we see you outside this upcoming summer?
You already heard him. If I get a round, then he's not coming outside. I'm getting every round. He's staying in until like fucking next August.
After JR, I want a big name. I want a Danny Myers. I want a Mike P. I want a bad. That's what I want.
I like that Mike P matchup, man.
Simple as that.
I do think you should get Mike P if you beat me. I think it's fucked up.
Honestly,
you really grinded for those grades and they didn't give you that. I think that's fucked up.
I did grind for those grades.
I think if you clearly 30 me, you should get Mike P. But I think if I beat you, I should get Mike P instead.
Yeah, man.
Honestly, you know what?
You want that to be the bet?
We can make it a bet. We can do that.
Okay.
If JR 30s me, he could battle Mike P.
All right, there we go.
It's his battle. If he 30s.
Wow.
All right, y'all heard him.
If I 30 JR, I don't need anything because I'm supposed to. So
Noxx, that's a name that you do want to battle in 2022.
Oh yeah, Mike P.
Okay.
Both from Long Island. Yes, needs to happen. Okay, needs to happen.
All right.
That would be cool. I'll watch that.
So I'm one of the media guys from when it comes to Midnight Madness. Obviously, I know JR is part of Team Cheat Code. Noxx, would you want to join any Midnight Madness teams out there?
I'm already on a Midnight Madness team.
Oh, you are? I had no idea about that.
He's Cave Gang, isn't he? Yeah, Rock fuck with you.
Cave Gang.
And there you go. Maybe if the rematch ever happens, maybe it could happen on there. Who knows?
That'll be
What
dope.
was
Probably
what
not,
was
though.
what was the story behind you joining Cave Gang?
So when I first got into battle rap, which I was watching for years, but I never thought I could actually do it. And then I saw Tay-Rock posted on his Instagram, no entourage tournament for dudes who haven't battled. Just hop on there and try it out. Have a tournament with guys who have never battled. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to try this out. Let's write some rounds. I went in there and I made it to the semifinals, almost won. And Tay-Rock, he just rocked with me the whole time. And then he said at the end of the tournament, as I got further on in my career and started getting on iBattle, taking face-to-faces, Rock hit me up and he was like, you've been with me since the beginning, and I think it's time. He made me a part of the crew, and yeah, basically how it happened.
Oh wow! All
Dude,
right,
honestly,
man.
the first ever battle I had was with Tay-Rock on No Entourage. Online battle. First ever.
Dope, man. One's in cheat code, one's in Cave Gang. So a couple more questions for you guys. So
Shout out to Bill. 100K.
shout out to Bill Collector, 100K Bill. So I got a couple more questions and we'll wrap things up. So this battle that we got between you guys, man. This battle that we got between you guys. What are some of let's start off with Noxx. What is some of your strengths and weaknesses that you see going into this battle?
JR's strengths are one, energy. Energy is a huge strength. Aggression, cadences, breath control. He has a lot of strengths, punchlines, ability to connect concepts together in a concise way. That sounds to the point. He's got a lot of strengths and he got a lot of things down early. Because his debut against Appa, he did better there than like so many battlers who have been battling for years. And he did better than a lot of that vets could have done. And that was his first battle. So we already know that he's good. He could rap. Everybody knows that he's good. But he also has a lot of weaknesses. Just like I did when I was at his point too. I also had a lot of weaknesses also. I just didn't see him yet because I was a little bit fucking dumb. But just like he is right now. It's the same thing. But the weaknesses that JR has is one. He's I like to call him a good puncher. He has a lot of good punches, but not too many of those hitters. Not too many of those real haymakers. Those feed me, see more, stabby stab. He doesn't have too many of those, and I have a catalog. I have a lot of those every battle. He doesn't have much. He'll have a bunch of good punches. He'll have one, but a lot of just good punches, good stuff. All right, that's a good idea. That's good, but he has trouble when battlers come against him with real hitters. When Appa came with Appa had how many haymakers in his first, and JR, that was the first time that he had consistent haymakers. JR had consistent haymakers against Appa. He did. He had those hitters, a lot of quotables. But after that, he has a bunch of good punches. He needs to get more consistent with his haymakers. Simple as that. More consistent. Because right now he's less consistent with me on making quotables, on making moments. He doesn't make as many moments as me right now. He needs to make sure that he has a lot of those moments and doesn't waste a bar. Because there's times where he does waste a bar. Maybe has a bar in there that maybe he's on the fence, shouldn't be in there. Maybe he could have cut it and did it. He has a lot of those still. He has a lot of that baby fat. He needs to cut it.
Go ahead, JR.
I agree. I think he has some decent moments. You'll usually be able to leave a Noxx battle and remember like something he said, and it's like, okay, that was like bar of the battle, like that was the takeaway. I feel like the way that he gets to a lot of his punches are just like kind of just like anything to get to the punch, which is kind of my whole point of promo before this, with just the compilations of all the weird
which
setups
was great, by the way. His promo video was great, and I'm gonna give him credit there. That was great, and from a rookie too, from someone who's new, that was a veteran move by JR. It was a
Appreciate
veteran
you.
move, and it was a great video. I was so it was good when it was literally nitpicking me, and I still had a blast watching it. And I watched it multiple times, and I thought it was great. You know what I'm
No, I
saying?
appreciate
I
that.
thought it was great. So he has a lot of things down, and he's hungry. You could tell.
I got my whole bag of Takis right here. Nah, that's facts. Nah, like just facts. And I appreciate you for that. I really do. But nah, like just a lot of shit he uses to get to certain punches. I don't fuck with. And there's certain shit, but we gonna have to get to that in the battle, low key. We gonna have to get to that. But I think he's got a lot of memorable shit. Whether you like it or not, you remember it. Which that's enough for a lot of people these days. But I think something you overlook as a strength of mine is I learn really fast and I elevate really fast. And I think that's
he does learn. He does.
I think that's going to show a lot today.
He didn't angle too much in his first two battles, and then against Yoshimitsu, he started angling more like with his third. So he learns, he adapts, he changes, he does. And
then I hear from everyone after that third, they're like, "Oh, I wasn't too sure if I was too interested in you." And then you finally added something new, and I'm hooked and shit.
That's exactly how it was for me when I was coming to my first battles. I had a bunch of punches, but not too much real substance, not too much character yet. And that was the same with him. His first two battles, a bunch of great punches, but who is JR? We asked who was he, and the third round I brought it out. So that's part of adapting. I had to do the same thing against my first two battles. I had a bunch of great punches, but who was Noxx? And then against homeschool, I came. And my third, I had a whole school scheme where I matched up with things I learned from school and then related it back to him and had a bunch of punches with it. Started to teach people more about me, more about things that I do. And that's sort of the same path JR's taking.
Okay, definitely.
That's facts.
So looking at this card right now, guys, do you guys see this your guys' battle as a potential battle of the night?
I think if this is truly the greatest Noxx ever, if he fixes up all this shit that I have issues with in the way he battles and
all right, but wait, before you keep going,
I think it's a battle of the year contender. I think it's a battle of the year contender. Real shit. If you fix up everything I have a complaint with the way that I'm entering this, battle of the year contender.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Noxx. Noxx, go ahead.
Right? We keep talking about what Noxx needs to fix up here. What does Noxx need to fix up? Okay. But let's not forget, JR needs to elevate here.
Oh,
so I might have to fix up some things, but JR needs to elevate. He can't beat me with the same JR that he's brought these past three battles. No, you couldn't. You know you can't.
I won't, but I could.
You know you could. You gotta be. You know you have to be. You're smarter than that.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't.
You have to elevate
where you are.
You have to elevate because my best performance, you haven't reached close to it. Not close. Not even close.
What do you think is your best performance?
You haven't reached close to my Luke Castro performance. You haven't reached close to my Death the Kid performance, and that was my second battle ever.
I'll tell you, I think your Death the Kid shit's your best shit. I'm not gonna hold you.
And he hasn't reached close to my Bob Barker performance.
I did not like that. I did not like that.
That was 3 rounds of haymakers straight.
I did not like a lot.
That was 3 straight rounds of haymakers. It was a crowd. It was a reaction every other bar. It was every bar there was a reaction. So
I mean,
if he didn't like it, it's all right.
I'm not I don't judge reaction. Something can get the most reaction in the world. I won't care if I don't like the bar.
He hasn't had material as good as my City Towers material yet. I had probably 3 Boom Shaker quotables. I had more quotables in my City Towers battle than he's had his whole career.
No.
His whole career. Inner City, Hip Hip Hooray, Born and Raised. 3 Room Shaker quotables better than 3. Are you serious? Are we being serious? I have more 200% in one battle. 200%. In one battle than he has his whole career. My Luke Castro battle, more quotables in that battle than his whole career.
You got one quotable
that battle. My Death the Kid battle,
you got
more quotables than his whole career. Than his whole career in one battle.
You got that many quotables in the Luke Castro battle. You got. That's it.
So Noxx, Noxx, I got a question.
I remember you saying you're gonna marry Choppers that battle. I don't know what that means, but I mean,
that was dope.
Hey,
I'm
Noxx.
in love with the crossbow. I really marry choppers.
That
What
was
the
dope.
fuck does that mean?
Hey,
was dope
Noxx.
as fuck.
Noxx. I got a question for you. So you know you are paying it. You know, obviously you're paying attention to those 3 live battles, but preparing for it also with Jr. to when you guys battle. Are you paying attention to the Spaces battle that he's had?
No. What? I don't care about a Spaces battle. That's that's like the lowest form of like.
Boo.
It's not face to face.
Wow.
Boo. Boo this man. Boo.
I fuck
Shit
with
ass.
Spaces. I fuck with the Spaces, but why do I care about a Spaces battle? This is face to face. This is I battle. This is on a big stage. That Spaces, those are practice runs. Those are scrimmages.
Boo.
Why do I care about a scrimmage? Let's
Okay,
get to the
okay.
game.
Boo.
Let's get to the game.
I feel you though, but boo.
Let's get no. I fuck with Spaces. I love Spaces, but that doesn't. I'm not gonna pay attention to his Spaces battles because that doesn't show me anything. That doesn't show me anything.
Boo.
So it's true. That's not something that I should focus on as a
I
battle.
think
I
a
should
lot of
focus.
motherfuckers. I think a lot of motherfuckers in the spaces and in the online audio battle world in general. Oh fuck! In the online battle world in general, have like just way better pens than a lot of motherfuckers.
Oh
in
yeah,
person in general.
I'm not saying that's not true. The
I think a lot of
battlers
motherfuckers' best shit on
I
audio
would-
shit is better than a lot of shit I heard.
No, I'm not
from
saying that's
hella
not true.
people.
I was an online battler at 1.2. I'm just saying that's not something I'm gonna focus on. His online battles are not something that I need to focus on because that's not face to face. That's just him reading off of his phone. That doesn't show me anything that I need to know.
So
What I-
Noxx.
It's reasonable, but boo.
So Noxx, if EFM contacted you right now and says, "Hey, can you do a Spaces battle against such and such?" Would you do it?
It depends on who it was. Yeah, it depends on who it was. If I like the matchup, then I would definitely do it. I'm always down to battle. I love battling. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
What's
He's gonna
gonna
have to because he said he's staying in the house when I beat him, so like he's gonna have to do some audio shit.
All right. So my last question before we get out of here, man. Noxx, JR. It's simple, man. What's the outcome of this battle's gonna be, man? Let's start with JR.
3-0.
Wow. And why?
It's either gonna be a body or a battle of the year contender. There's no other in between. Either I body him or it's battle of the year on iBattle. No in between.
Kids these days, am I right?
We're the same age. We're the same age.
Kids these days. This generation, am I right?
What month were you born in?
This generation.
What month were you born in?
I don't remember.
So you saying 3-0 or a battle of the year? Noxx, how you have the outcome of this battle?
I don't even want to answer this. I'm just so disgusted by JR's answer.
I just want to know what month you're born in.
I don't even know if I can answer this question.
No,
I'm gonna make it a bar.
You can keep it to yours.
JR 3-0. I'm gonna choke every round.
Well, that's no fun.
Well,
JR 3-0.
I guess he's getting Mike P then.
If it makes
I'll
you
be
feel
okay.
better, when this is all said and done, I probably won't drop the part 2 to the bad setup video, and then I'll be behind you at all your battles, cheering you on. Be like,
Yay.
let's go, that's my son, let's go.
All right, guys. Shout out. Let's time to wrap things up, man. Let's go to our shout outs really quick. Noxx, give your shout outs really quick.
Noxx, 30 shit, I battle, cult shit, cave gang. Let's go. Let's make it classic.
JR.
Jersey, EGL shit, cheat code shit. Shout out EFM. Buy a motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, my bad.
Are you okay?
Mm.
Do you need a sip?
I do.
No, you don't get a sip. Fuck you. Anyway, EGL shit. Buy EGL hoodie. OOTXEGL.square.site. I swear we'll make the URL shorter eventually. Jersey's on the way. Buy one. Order a hoodie and then wear it to my battle so that you can rep EGL while EGL kicking Noxx ass. It's gonna be a fun time. Subscribe to the
I'll
iBattle app.
buy some EGL merch after this battle.
I fuck with you. I'll buy some of your merch. You got some cool shit.
Appreciate it.
Subscribe to the iBattle app so you can watch me kick his ass live as it happens. It'll be a good time. Yeah.
All right, guys. All right, shout out to both of you guys, man. Shout out to Noxx, shout out to JR, man. Best of luck to you guys in this battle. Hopefully, we get a classic, not a 3-0. Nobody chokes or anything like that. But the best of luck to you guys, man. I hope this battle goes well. But with that
Shout
being
out
said,
MBS. Shout out MBS.
yeah, man. Shout out to you
Shout out
guys too.
MBS. We
But
love
with that,
you.
but with that being said, man, this has been MBS Uncensored, and we'll see you guys next time.